Hey y'all, I'm here. Looks like we have a little internet glitch. Tech support is working to get this unfroze as soon as possible. Bear with us. All right, we are live. Little internet issues, but we're up and rolling. Thanks to the tech support once again for helping make this all happen when there's funny little things. EvoSports response time is unparalleled. Looks like Paul here has a really tough shot. Oh, is he gonna get there? Yeah. I think he wanted a little more out of that, because now he's pretty straight on the 6, but man, that was a tough one. Draw a little line, see how straight in we are. Go from edge to edge. Wow, that looks about as dead straight as it comes. Do not think the 7 goes by the 8. See what he comes up with from here. Nothing but a fantastic stroke from Paul FELTY. Crowd should be going wild. That was fantastic. Trickle in there. Come on. Oh my gosh, that's brutal. For those last 2 shots, it's gotta fall. What's up, AJ? Nice showing. How far did you end up making it? You got... Got the 13/16. Nice showing. Jason here looking to roll forward and get the first 2 games. Touchy little speed shot, lands perfectly on it. What a great venue here at the Silver Star Saloon. I did get confirmation from Patrick Nix. There are going to be 2 tables getting set up with EvoSports in the future. So this little trial period is going to be extended where you want to stream matches. Silver Star Saloon there in Vancouver, Washington. That is going to be getting set up. I haven't got exact dates if that's happening this weekend or what's happening there, but it is going to be confirmed. So if any of you guys want to stream some matches, you can reach out to myself, Patrick Nix, Dylan. We can either do it if we're available or post it up to the chat where we've got a great group of folks adding more and more each day. I think we've got to be up to 20 local players all loving the sport and just doing it because we love it. Jason the Break. I haven't seen Jason break yet. Paul broke really strong in the last match I commentated. Gets the ball down. Might have a soft carom. 5's a little bit high. Going to be a little bit difficult. Like I think slow rolling it, the 5 is going to be kind of tracking above the pocket a little bit. I love somebody who throws up some hand gestures. Makes my life a lot easier to know what they're going for. Ooh. Is that gonna... Looks like that's full hook. The way he's changing his body angle doesn't have any sort of a look. See if he can create some distance kicking at this 2 rails. It's a nice solid full contact. Is a 4 gonna? It is not. Not sure if the 1 slides by or the return safety might be in play if not. Not the end of the world because I may be able to go rail first, but when it's on this side of the pocket over here, it'd be a real hard ball to go rail first in. Gets a little masse action. Handles it really nice. Good to know. Paul was last year's winner of the Moby. I thought in his... Did a little questionnaire for some of the players. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he said that he got 2nd place in the MOB earlier this year. Can you confirm if that is correct? Appreciate it in the chat. I'm gonna call you Wahoo because I don't know. Shanine Wahoo. No, the last matchup that I commentated earlier today with Paul and Andrew Vincent was a fantastic match. Paul did win ultimately 7-4, but I mean, it was just a couple of rolls of difference. And I mean, man, they had some great battles. Shashin Wawu, I was drinking lots. Hey, I'm sure he doesn't mind it being reflected upon in a favorable way for himself. It's like you could remember it that I won. I wish I could too, right? It's awesome though. I mean, first or second in a big tournament like that is just fantastic. Jason is not giving up much when he's having an error at the table, but could come with a big back cut and find himself underneath of the 10-9, which wouldn't be too terrible. This is a higher percentage play for sure. And Jason's stepping right up. Kind of playing two-way speed. My very grateful to have such great roommates. They ordered some pizza and they're bringing me a slice. I'm gonna pause myself real quick. Be right back. That was one tough cut on the 10. Looks as to be... No, he's not conceding it. Maybe he is. Yeah. Jason's body language kind of looked that way. Don't ever want to assume, though. Looks like Silver Star is starting to get a little busier, as I experienced last weekend. Later in the evening, it is a popular destination for a good reason. If you're ever traveling through, it is definitely a cool spot to check out. While he's racking, I'm going to stuff some pizza in my face real quick. Great touchy back cut there. Really good job of maintaining the speed to Have a cut on the 2. Another tricky one coming up. Loads up with inside. Barely overcuts that ball. 7/8. A pretty tricky situation. They're close together and close to the pocket, but that 8 ball sitting right on the rails definitely gonna require some work. Oh! Catches the 9 ball, ties it up, and hooks. Ball hanging over the pocket. Just draw a line here for a little reference of how much he's hooked by. Looks like he's definitely going for the short cue. The long jump going, landing here, and then a couple little hops. Big air time. Caught over it. Nice cut. Holds up. It's traveling away from the 5 or the 6 ball and right on the rail. Gonna have to just kind of let it run forward. And is it gonna go 4 rails? I don't think it has a wheels. Let me know in the chat who y'all are rooting for. I definitely know that a couple of said that they were there watching Paul play last year, so they're likely rooting him on. But when I'm here alone commentating by myself, it's always nice having a little chat interaction, so I'm not just a monologue. Nicely done there. This is tricky. 7 ball is going to be kind of tracking along this line. Cue ball is also going to be tracking along this line. Could be seeing a close interaction if he's trying to hold up the cue ball. Oh wow. That must have been off the rail more than it appeared. I think it is a given there, Cameron, that you would be rooting for your dad. Got Papa Snake rooting for Jason. Let's go. Very nicely handled out from Jason there. There was some touchy little breakouts, combos. This 10 ball puts it all behind him. I do really like that this is a race to 7 on both sides. I think race to 7 is like one of my favorite races just because it's enough time to kind of get situated. It's not too short where a couple of bad rolls can be the deal breaker. It's just long enough that the tournament doesn't seem like it goes on forever, but you got enough time to get comfortable in a match. Really cool that that Dylan's putting all this on. Jeff Hayes saying his boy is Jason. I think this is a 7th, 8th match. So the loser here will finish in that position. Unfortunately, there's only one person in this whole tournament that's going to be going down to Vegas. But it's awesome that Dylan's putting this on where somebody from the Northwest gets to go, Pacific Northwest gets to go down to Vegas and represent. Some entries paid. Love seeing someone that's putting on a tournament that they can't even play in. Super cool. Stunning out for the 3. Very smooth. Or is that the 7 ball? That's the 7 ball. Same position for either the 4 or the 7. Playing with a bunch outside there, get a nice wide angle on the 5. Came up on a little bit on the negative side of this where it's going to be traveling away from the 7. Might just kind of elect to slow roll it, take the shot from up in here somewhere. Yep. Yeah, Shanae, I mean, I've got to play in 2 of these qualifiers, and man, they are a blast. It's definitely tournaments that I've wanted to win more than others, because I can't usually justify going to such a high entry tournament, but these qualifiers, having a swing at it. Look out, Timball. It's gonna clear it. Just barely. Just perfect. A little flat. Probably gonna follow forward. Hope to end in this area and take it in the side, I would assume. Oh, he's juicing up. Gets a little favorable rub. Awesome, Shanae. Like, yeah, ask the desk. They'll have tablets if you ever want to stream it. Just check it out. It's got a little QR code. Share that link so friends and family can be watching it. I know these players are kind of going right into the match as soon as it's lined up. That's why I tag them in it, so hopefully their friends and family can see that post and click on the link in case they didn't have time to share it themselves. Because I know a lot of partners that aren't pool players like to support their partners in pool, but just sitting around a bar all day long is rough. But EvoSports, with this aspect, being able to get some of the matches streamed, really, really cool. Shanae, was that a break and run? I was just chatterboxing away as he was just running that one out. I'm rewinding it back a little bit. I think you're right. Sorry, got a little distracted. Dylan messaged me about another match that was happening. My good buddy John Tell from my local area. But yeah, that was a great break and run from Jason. Another open and available rack here. Needs to fade out. Just avoid the 3 ball. Just play back to center table right where his cue ball is at now would be ideal. Came up a little flat. Gonna have to kind of put a little bit more speed. Makes this pot a little bit more difficult. No problem. Jason's catching a gear. Looking to, he can run this out, run a 2-pack. That'll be the first 2-pack that I've seen in this tournament so far. 10 ball. I think he's still okay. Not too hampered by it. Oh yeah, he's totally fine. Got it. Caught it a little thin. I think the cue ball got away from him a little bit. Probably gonna see him stun back up table. Look out 10. Ooh. Now look out 9. Oh my goodness. That was very tight line. Could have caught either one of those balls, but it did not. Leaves him in a precarious situation. Saw him gesture at something. I don't think he's going for the 3-railer here. I think the 10. Oh no, he had it. Wow. Wow. I didn't even think he could see that ball. Did he mass say that? Yeah, he did. He kind of put a little bit of a twist on that ball. Paul looking to capitalize here with these 3 balls to get out and narrow the deficit. Nicely done. While he's racking, another piece of pizza for me. Paul the break. Man, he would crush 3 balls on the break, 2 breaks in a row in the last match. 10 ball is a very fickle break. Did not get a ball, but probably going to see a push out here. I would assume to be over near this pocket. He's not going to just tap forward, is he? He's considering going rail first, but yeah, I didn't see a lot of reward in that, but he's not giving up anything very easy or obvious. Could chip off of the 1 ball, kind of play it up in this area and leave the 1 ball over in there and have lots of coverage. See what he elects to do. Also a viable option. Looks like it may have drawn from edge to edge again here. See if he can see it. It's really close. Might be able to do a little masse and kind of go rail first. Jason has already showed his prowess with lots of English. Still having a good cue ball. Ooh, just barely clipped the 2. Yeah, that was really tight. Two ball may not have gone by the 8, and he was trying to get into it, which he did, but not with quite enough speed to create separation. He gestured at the 9 ball. Maybe he's calling something. Could slide the cue ball up here, but man, this is such a tight line coming back around for the... Oh yeah, he went even wider. I like that. Jason is showing lots of comfortability with lots of English. That was at least two and a half tips of outside on that. Oh, Clipsy 8 gets full into the 10. Javier in the chat. He's watching while he's waiting to play the hot seat. There has been a lot of good matches tonight. This is one of them. A lot of respect in the events like this, because you're not necessarily playing for money. There's only going to be ultimately one person that goes. I'm not sure if he's paying out some of the money. I don't have access to the payouts, but really everybody's showing up here to try and go to Vegas. Man. Definitely having some unfavorable rubs here. Looks like he's gonna cross over this and play the bank in the bottom left. Oh, what an effort. Couldn't have hit that much better. He gets anywhere in this area off of this 6 ball, and he's as good as out. The way he's currently shooting. That's fine too. I should have said anything above this line, really. 8 ball's very available from the entire upper right quadrant of the table. Yeah, that match that I commentated on Javier and Jason hit some great shots and just constantly had unfavorable rolls going his way. A little weird takeies, kind of like we've been seeing in this rack for the entire set. Not saying that Javier did not play great. Mike W saying he'd like to see Javier and Martin in the finals. I'm just here for some good pool. Even when I have buddies at the table from my hometown, I still am rooting for whoever's at the table, because I've had stinging losses happen too many times to ever want that to happen to anybody else. But every match somebody's got to lose. Javier, if you're watching this, watch this guy's break. He's been, now that I say it, it's the first try break he's made, I do believe. I do believe it is 5-2 now. The players are the ones doing the updating on the tablet for the score, so sometimes the player will have won the rack and proceed to break and update the score a little later. Oh my goodness, Paul is getting those unfavorable little rubs where weird little things like that are happening. Probably gonna see cue ball sticking up near the 9 ball, I would assume. Might even elect to kind of call the 10 ball and kind of play into it, but you gotta play. I guess you don't gotta play it that hard because the cue ball is gonna get into the rail pretty easily. I like what he's looking at here. Shooting the 1 ball around 3 rails, getting into here and leaving the cue ball up against the 9. He's looking at a little bit wider where it might run into the center of the table a little bit more. Desired effect achieved. As long as you keep the cue ball near the 9 there, lots of good things can happen. I think he can come at this 2 rails underneath though. Paul is now on 2. Calls the bank. This also kind of leads to a 2-way shot. Ooh, going wide, it gets a little bit away from me on the 2 ball. The good news for Paul is he's on 2 fouls, but the 2 ball is very readily available. You may see him overcut this ball and kind of stick up on the 9. Went with the more aggressive approach of I'm here to get out of this rack. Fires it in and chips the 6 ball out. Yeah, 10 ball break Javier is a very, very tough one to have be consistent, even for top level players. You're just the only player I've seen in the chat so far, so welcome. Man, get into that 9. Heck yeah, what a shot. Any friends and family of Paul out there, clip that. That is a highlight reel shot all day. Wow, that was fantastic. Got enough to draw into the long rail and avoid the side pocket. Nice, just floating on up. Agreed, Javier. He hit that ball absolutely pure as can be. One more good shot, fading across over into this line here. What an out. From 2 fouls to just a glorious out. We got action. I got one more piece of pizza I'm gonna cram down now. Last one. Oh, looks like it might be a little player break anyhow. Julian must be hungry. What kind of pizza? I don't know if I want to say. Some people have strong feelings about the kind of pizza that I'm eating. I like pineapple on a pizza. Y'all can hate me if you like. I like what I like. I'm getting all defensive and nobody's even said anything yet. Julian, I believe, is waiting for the winner of this match. Sizing up his next opponent, I believe. Yep. Wawawu is saying pineapple okay in all small case. I don't know if that's support or if you're just tolerating it. I feel like you're just tolerating it. You'd be the first person that's just as like, it's whatever. Most people either like it or they don't. I like Cameron's reply. Overhated, but definitely not underrated. I got so excited about a tournament that I'm not even playing in today that I was up at like 4 o'clock watching a video about different types of pizza making, so this is hitting the spot. And I think any old pizza would have done it because I've been thinking about it for the entire day. Does it get by the 4? No, it does not. Clams, not classic? I'm not sure if that's a typo. I haven't ever had clam on a pizza before. Look out, 7. Gets the rub, but still gets a look. Gonna be tracking towards his 8 ball in kind of an unfavorable way. Unless you hit it full, gets past the pocket. That was about as ideal of running into that as you can get. Come across the face, get up near the 5 ball, cover up the pocket, all sorts of bad things, but he did really well handling that. Oh. Man, I'm going to say something about Jason's little two-way plays. Like, anytime he's faced with a tough shot, he is showing some expert level two-way play. Because I can't tell you how many times Paul FELTY has come into the table in super tough positions. Exactly. Yeah, clams on a pizza. I don't know if I can talk to somebody that eats clams on a pizza, but I do like clam chowder. I think that's the only thing I've ever had clams in. Fires at the bank. Looks like it sets up. Should be able to kind of stun his cue ball. Back out into this area would be ideal. If he doesn't feel like he can hold it, he can run it to the other side of the table. I don't think drawing all the way back up to take the 5 in the side is the way. Ooh. That was close. Put some stank on that to get back out that far. Paul played it where it covers up by the 10. I'm in the Pacific Northwest too. We have some strange food. I don't know. I think food's only strange if it's something you're not accustomed to. I mean, I grew up eating some things that, coming from a hunter-gatherer of a father, that some people would be like, ew, that's gross. But to me, it's just what I grew up eating. So, nice jump. Gonna leave another tester of a long, straight 5 ball. Gonna be kind of cueing with his hand at the back of the pocket. Definitely a tester here. Oof. That's when you look at that ball and you're like, man, I hit you pretty good. This game sometimes says pretty good is just not quite there. Great effort from there, though. I mean, they got to cue that one absolutely perfect. Gets a nice angle. Got some cue ball movement from the 8 to the 9. Needs to get on a nice line. Pretty straight. Ooh. He doesn't seem bothered by how straight it is, so might just draw back to the short side. Holy stroke. Look at that one. That is 2 big stroke shots from Mr. Paul FELTY that were absolutely beautiful to watch. With that 10 ball, Paul says, I'm here to play. I love seeing a player step up to the table and lay out those big stroke shots with like very little hesitation. It's like, you know, this is how you hit this ball. Let me show you. Me, I'm scared. I gotta sit there and think about it, talk myself into it, analyze all the ways it can go wrong, and then try and settle my nerves after I got myself all lamped up. Man, I had to go and say how well Paul was breaking last rack, and he's just barely not got those balls behind the 1 ball to go. Like, they've been catching the points just barely off. That's That's the 10 ball break from you. You can hit it real good. And it just barely gives you absolutely nothing. Jason with a nice look at this 2 ball. This kind of hold right there for the 3. Looks like the angle's kind of carrying away from the 4 ball a little bit. He may roll forward and undraw the 10. Oh yeah, that dead straight. Still rolling forward though. That one that's pretty straight. Might see him kind of take this 10 ball on from my guess, like right in there. Yeah, I don't like getting in that position either, bud. I'd cut it in the side too. Catches off of the 6 to slow the cue ball speed down. Now you got a decision to make here if you want to try and run into that 8-10 and open things up and take a tougher look on the 6. I don't think you can follow forward and avoid that 9 with a big enough stroke. We'll see what happens here. Yeah. Inside 3 rails. Get a little nudged. Oh, see, I mean, that's how this match has been going. I feel like for Paul, is like he's been hitting these great shots, doing the things he needs to do, and just when he bumps into balls, it gets real uncomfortable. But this is a very difficult shot here. Whoa. Jason was at the table ready to go on that one. Slices it in. He's lining it up like it goes. He's looking to kind of come about right in here. It's probably about 3 o'clock. It's gonna be making this, if it's close to the 9 and it's a half a pocket, this makes it much more difficult. Just because you're kind of cutting in a way that you feel like you're running right into the 9 because you're looking at it. He did just graze the 9 and doubles up. Don't think he can come across the face of it because it looks like it might be too thin to where scratch line comes into play. Oh, I see what he was doing there. He called the 10 ball. Was anticipating having the cue ball come around 3 rails at the 10 ball. That was a double kiss off of the 8. This is a tricky position. That would have been a beautiful shot by Paul had a chance to get close without double kissing. These 2 balls here, though, Jason can be the first one to the hill. Pocket speed. Oh! Still cuttable. Still cuttable. Cue ball is going to be tracking here. And careful of this side pocket, though. I think he's coming thin enough that it should be fine. Oh! I feel for him, but I also feel for Paul. This is the 3rd or 4th consecutive miss that he has had very difficult. I think as close as this is to the rail, it's super hard not to double kiss. And it's gonna go sit right in front of the pocket. Absolutely brutal. Oh, there was some drama in that wreck. The score is 6-4 in Jason's favor in breaking. Where I play, I draw little lines for my rack because it's hard to visualize when you're down on it how straight that is, because this is a little bit crooked. So I think the 7-ball is going to go up a little high. Oh, 5-ball goes right in. Maybe he's on to something. Ooh, 2-ball. He almost had a great look at an opener. Crazy how the last ball rolling is always the most problematic. What do you do here? Clip thin off of the kick. Coming into this line, I don't know. Yeah, tough ball to kick at there and not have something sell out. I think he was hoping to catch that a little thinner and get the cue ball tracking back up table, but it's hard to judge those. He's gonna slice this in the side and try and play for the breakout. Ooh, he was playing for the 310. That was a super thin angle coming into the side pocket there. Looks like he called this pocket. Is he planning on firing this cut? Wow. As many times as Jason's pulling this off, I don't think as much as he's hooking Paul is by chance. Some of the misses have been fortunate, but that was a very creative rail first clip to come across the table and run into those problems and get something favorable as a result. I think playing it into the side. He's not looking to play the 310 here, is he? No. He was looking for the same position I was originally looking at. He just felt more comfortable standing over for it. think he wants to stay on the A side here if he can. Gets pretty straight. Might just have to roll up into here and take the awkward position from the 7 to the 8. Oh, he had a lot more angle than I thought he did. Stun across. If he can hold anywhere in here, he's in a really good position to cinch this matchup. Oh, he's playing short side. Like it. Came up a little bit short, traveling away from the 9, or right towards the 9 ball a little bit. Really cheated the pocket. Wait. I think he's underneath of it. Draw out, come right along this line here. Or follow forward, I mean. This is for the match. And it goes down. Wow. Great shooting from Jason. Thanks for all tuning in. I think we're going to have a little bit of a break before the hot seat match happens here shortly. See you soon.